Hello again, everyone. I thought I'd have another play today with another one of these napkins that was sent to me by this really kind lady, Alexandra, in Scotland. There's some really nice bits in this one, I have to say, and the colours are just beautiful. So I've chosen a bunch of Distress Oxides that I think will tone with this. And I thought what I might do in the background is to use maybe the Eiffel Tower and, you know, some of these flowers, either this bit or this bit. And then I was thinking that a kind of embellishment on the top might be a butterfly. So I've just kind of cut a few out, different designs to see if anything works on the top. I cut one out that was, you know, a bit filigree like this, and I thought it might be a bit hectic with showing through and everything, which is why I thought I'd look for ones that were a bit more solid looking, but with a bit of design on there. So we'll kind of see. I may have to stop and think again, but we'll go. I've got a couple of stencils. This is a Crafter's Workshop. This one I think was probably with a magazine. Don't remember. And I've got a few background stamps from Gummiapan. So there you go. Let's just have a go and see. So this time I've got regular cardstock. It's not watercolour paper. It's just the same as my card base. It's a linen one, and I think this one, I'm not sure whether this one is Cintigo or Paper Mill Direct. I think it's Cintigo, not sure. They got a bit muddled in the boxes the other day, so I'll have to have a good look. Right, first thing, I want to add a little bit of background colour, and I thought today I would try and use this diagonal half of the card for my design, leaving a bit more white space there. There may be a few splatters and things in it, but that's the kind of thought. With a butterfly, maybe, you know, I don't know, we'll see. So first thing, a little bit of colour, and I think I'm going to do, I've looked at my colour chart here to see which colours go, and I thought pumice stone, I've got that. I have got scorched timber, this one. I have got picked raspberry, which is there for this one here. And I've got Kitsch Flamingo for the lighter shades, kind of there, yeah. And I've also got some antique linen, which I think is going to go with this bit here. Where's my antique linen? Down the bottom here. There it is. Kind of this bit here. Okay, I could have chosen a green. There's bits of green here, but I don't really like going with too many colours. We will see. And if I do grab a green, it's either going to be Shabby Shutters or Bundle Sage, one of those two. Can you see them there? That one. See, they're kind of in that ballpark there somewhere. So first thing, I'm going to get some colour onto the base, and to do that I will get a palette of some description. Here's a bit of plastic. I think this is just a bit of either packaging or a laminating pocket that I just put through the machine by itself, just to give me a surface to work on. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with antique linen. So what we'll do, some ink on the palette, squirt of water, just a tad, and I'm going to use this little bit of bubble wrap to apply the colour onto my card. And I can use this either way round, either with the dots or the flat side. So to start with, I'm going to use the flat side. I'm probably going to get in quite a mess altogether with one thing and another, but we won't worry. So this is my general area. Okay, Now let's have another colour. What shall we have next? I think we will have pumice stone. Let's try some pumice stone. I love this colour. It always looks grey in the pad, but when it's on, it's got more of a, I don't know, beigey sort. Oh, I haven't put any water with it. I need some water. Activate it. Let's have this one. Ooh, look at that. Love it. Oh, it's a lovely base. Do you see what I mean? That looks kind of grey, but it's got a more of a brown tinge. Love it. Right, let me just wipe off my palette a minute. There we go. Now, next thing to do, I think, will be a little stamping. What shall we do? This one says, life is too short not to believe in magic, which I think is wonderful. Let's have some of those on in a couple of places. I like this one. I'll try and keep this fairly brief if I can. I do tend to go on somewhat. And if there's any places where I can speed up things like, you know, heating or whatever, I will. Right, now then. What colour are we going to do this? I think we'll do that in pumice stone as well. That is a beautiful colour, isn't it? Just beautiful. Let's put that at the back out of the way and get something else. I haven't used these before. I don't know quite what they are. Don't even know which way up they go, really, have I? Have I put them? I think I've put them the wrong way. I put some arrows on today and I have an idea I've done it the wrong way up. Let me just see. I think I have. So hard to see. Come out wherever you are. Let's have a look. I think I was looking at this upside down. So this is the short one. Yes, I have. I've done them the wrong way. Let me just rectify that. That's the top. That is the top. I was looking at the piece of paper the wrong way up, so that was a great help, wasn't it? Let's put that one there. Get a block. Oftentimes you don't even need a block. You can just, you know, hold it in your hand and put part of a stamp on. Which one did I want? That one, I think. This one, I think we will do antique linen. I don't think it matters much whether you get it the right way up or the wrong way up, really, but we'll try and aesthetically keep it right. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Do I want another one? Maybe. I'll put it sideways on. Having determined which is the top and which is the bottom. Let's do it this way. Right. Oh, that's lovely. What a lovely combo of colours, those two. I've surprised myself. Right, I think that I'm going to get my bits of collage bits. So I'm going to separate the layers of this, if I can. There we go. Just want the top layer. Can use the bottom layer for stamping on to make a bit of a collage stuff. Now I wanted the Eiffel Tower, so I'm just going to put a drop of water in here so I can wet a brush to make the area that I want to tear. So we're just going to have kind of like this. There we go. So if I just pull, it should now tear down the line where I put the water. There we go. Isn't that lovely? So delicate. And where shall we have this? About there? I think that looks quite nice, don't you? Now I'm just going to grab a little bit of this Slap-It-On, which is from Indigoblu, and it's a medium for decoupage and things like that. This is a matte finish, not a glossy finish. So I'm just going to put a little bit, if I can do a little bit. It tends to come out in a load all at once. That's probably enough, just to brush over this so that I can stick it down. I'm not going to put any glue underneath it because it's so fragile, it might well tear. So there'll be sufficient to go through it, which will allow it to stick beautifully. There we go. Doesn't that look super? Oh, I love it. Okay, now then, I'd like another bit. I'd like a bit of one of the flowers of something. What have we got? There's quite a few to choose from. Here, there, here. I think I might have these just here. So let's get my water again. And I'll go around here. There we go. So where should we have this bit? About there. Need a little bit more Slap-It-On. Oh, tough. Oh, comes out quickly. Right. The texture's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. Right. Right, next thing I think I'm going to do is a bit of stenciling. Do I want any more stamping? I'll see. Maybe I like this little postage one. I like to tend to pop that around here, and I will use that presently, I think. Now, I have got some butterflies here, and I wondered about doing some of those around the place. I like the smaller ones, but I think I'm going to use the same colour for both the base and, well, that's the one for that one, and the veining. Just use a different kind of pressure and a different amount of ink. So let's have this little chap here, just there, and I think we will do it in Kitsch Flamingo. So there's my Kitsch Flamingo. Let's put this away a minute. Kitsch Flamingo ink and brush. So just this. Now I'm going to do this very gently. Very gently. Sort of almost a hint, really. Yeah. Now I'm going to put the veining over the top. Should be just about be able to see through. So this time I'm going to put just a bit more ink and a bit more pressure. There we go. Do you see? It's so subtle. Love it. Pretty good match for the colours, don't you think? Let's have another one. Do the same thing again. Let's have it just here in the middle. Okay. Very gently. Just a touch. And some of the places where that medium has gone over make a kind of resist almost, which again leaves, look at this, can you see? It gives a very different impression. I absolutely love it. Let's do this bit. Just a bit more pressure this time. Oh, lovely. We're coming on. I need a bit of pink down here. What am I going to do that's pink down there? Let's do another butterfly. Let's do this chap. I'm going to use the same colour. There, right there. Got to be careful not to go into the different space. I don't want any extraneous bits of stenciling. That will do for that. I just love how it fades. There. This one's a bit safer as far as stencils being close by. You can always put a piece of tape over. There we go. We're coming on. Coming on. Now, what I haven't done is any embossing paste, and I've got my homemade embossing paste here. I will put a link to the recipe for this. And I've got this stencil here from, this is the Crafters Workshop, and what I love about this is they put their name on the stencil. People ask what you've got, and it's even got the item number there, so you can look at it and tell people what you've used. So very, very useful. What do I fancy? Some of these about here, about there. Okay, where's my knife? Here it is. And I thought with this I would oh, I need to drop more water again. I thought that I would use some Luscious powder just to highlight the embossing paste and make it a bit shiny. Still a bit dry. I need to put some more water in. I mixed this ages ago, but it, you know, it keeps really well, but obviously this is not an absolutely airtight lid, in fact, so it does dry out a little. Right, let's put some of this on here. Okay. Put rather a lot on there, but not to worry. Now, with this, when I want to use some Luscious powder, it's getting the happy medium when the embossing paste is still tacky, but not so tacky that it's going to smudge when I put the powder over it. So what I think I'll do is I'll just put my heat tool on this just for a moment to see if I can just speed up the process a little. Let's try that. This one is Green Cast. It's one of those interference colours that looks one colour on a light background and a completely different colour. Well, not completely different, it's a different shade, in fact. Still having to be very gentle with this just to make sure that it's not dragging too much of the paste around. That looks nice. I'd like a little bit of something somewhere else as well. What shall we have? A little bit of this one here. I fancy it sort of up there somewhere. I won't squish that. Put a bit more of this on. And we put a bit here as well, I think. Hope I'm still in shot. There we go. Oh, lovely. Right, I'm going to highlight that again with some Luscious powder. So I will just whiz this up while I just heat it a little minute. This is so pretty. Love it. Love it. Now, what haven't I used? Some more stamps. Which butterfly? Let's have a look. Oh, I wanted some of these, didn't I? I do fancy this. I'm hoping, I fancy to use the Scorched timber with this, but I just hope it's not too much. A little bit of, glue stick to make it stick to the block. I just hope I'm not doing too much here. I'm going to put it somewhere where, to start with, I might be covering up some of it, so... Oh, that's all right. No, that's fine. I'm going to have to wipe it because I've picked up a little bit of the embossing paste there, and I don't want it to contaminate my ink pad, so we'll just give it a wipe before I get any more on. That's a nice effect, actually. Really lovely. Okay, let's leave it at that. I'll wipe that again later in a minute. Now, butterflies. I think that's the size I want. Yep. That's the size. Okay, so let's do something with this butterfly. What can we do with this? Let me start. I think I'm going to colour it and with the antique linen just all over, just to start with. Just get a base colour. I think I'd actually like to get rid of all these little doodads. Okay. Right, I don't like that as is, but let's see what we can do with it. Let's have this one. Another block. I'm going to stamp over it. That's okay. What am I going to do on the other half? It's toned it down beautifully, hasn't it? Where's my other stencil gone? Oh, here it is. Perhaps I could stencil on the other half. Let's just see. Have I got... I don't think I've got a brush out for my scorched timber. There it is. Let's try this. If I don't like it, I can always cut another one. It's not the end of the world. Right, I think I fancy a bit of something gold on this. So I'm going to dry it off, and then I'm going to emboss something in gold. I've got a crackle stamp somewhere in gold. I will just get that. Here's my Indigoblu crackle stamp. That's just what I wanted. So I will stamp this over the top of the... Hope it's dry. There's my Versamark. Just ordered a new nice clean one. Hopefully I'll be able to keep it clean. Okay. Now, I think I'll grab my favourite gilding wax. This particular butterfly has got, although it's kind of solid, if you like, it's got various sections that can be highlighted. So we've got the middle bit just here. So the edges of those wings can be highlighted. And then there's another bit here. And again, the edges of that can be highlighted. And then the outside. So let's do them starting in the middle and working our way out. I think it needs some gold pearly things in the middle there, probably. That's rather nice how you can see bits of the pattern from underneath, but it's not too hectic. I rather care for that. Okay, let me sort out some pearls. Right, now I want to colour some of these with a gold marker. So I've got these Spectrum Noir metallic paint markers. They come 3 in a set, and this is the broad tipped of the 3. So all I want to do is just go over the pearls, hope you can see, with the marker, and then I have, I think actually the middle-sized one would be better for going around here, to be honest. Let's have a look. This is the middle-sized one. Yeah, I think that's going to be easier. Yeah, definitely. Much easier. I don't think I'll need much more than that. Okay. Pair of tweezers. Oops, that went fly. I tried not to put my finger on the top because, do you know, I think what I'm going to have to do is just use them straight and then colour them once they're on, because that does take a while to dry, and I won't be able to get them to stick, so I'll just put them on nude. That one, is it sticking? It might be. Put them on nude and colour them on in situ. Right. That one's not sticking. Didn't think it would. Right, let's one more. There we go. Now I'll just colour them. There we go. Bit opulent, isn't it? Right. Now, I would like to put a sentiment onto this. Is there anything I've got out that I haven't used? I just kind of, you know, grabbed a few things that I thought I would be able to get on with. A sentiment, and that's got to be goldy, hasn't it? I think I'm just going to have a think about this, and you can look at the end of the video and I will have finished the card, put it onto its base. This card is nearly 150 millimeters wide, and this is that's the length of a piece of A4, and I just cut it so that it makes a square card. So that's going to go on there. I do love that. And I think that looks like a congratulations one to me. So I'm going to stamp it. I feel I need to stamp it. And, oh, that's made me happy. I've had a good time this morning. So, I hope you enjoyed it too. And, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for giving a thumbs up. And I'm very grateful to all of you for watching. So I'll see you next time.